This is Sean Sport in podcast form.
Kicking off with some footy news. So Brisbane captain Dane Zorko is stepping aside, and their position as the captain will likely be taken by former Freo star Lachie Neale.
Oh, wow. Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, so he's done a great job, and he's been an amazing footballer, and that will probably take place in the next week or so, I would imagine. At Essendon, they're looking to possibly replace Dyson Heppel as captain there. He's been a long time serving captain.
I heard Dyson sucks.
Hey!
Thank you.
There he is.
Thank you.
Bit of a stick of a fellow.
Yeah.
And at Fremantle, Justin Longmuir, in an interview yesterday, he said that he favoured a single captain, although the way he said it, he doesn't have the full say on how the captaincy looks at Fremantle at this point in
Sean,
time.
when there is a new captain, is there some form of coronation? How does one pass the baton? Like, what is the formalities?
Well, I guess it's the first part is that the captain of the time steps aside, which we've seen in all cases, and they make a press conference, and they always say, I want to clear the air so everyone else can have a free run at it. And then as far as the coronation goes, we have a voting process, and then there'll be no roses, petals, and I reckon that should be brought in.
Handing over
I think there should be a wreath, like a toga party wreath, like something.
The ceremonial beanie.
Yes.
And what about cutting of the palm and bleeding into like a cup or something?
Things need to be more Westeros.
That's a bit full on.
What do you mean?
Well, there's a commitment. Isn't that a commitment, Nat?
Oh, Sean. Take the virgin goat away then. Apparently nobody's a bit touchy about this sort of stuff.
Oh, no. Jeez.
God.
Full on. If you're a farmer's daughter too. That's amazing.
That goat.
That's in the footy world. Now, moving over to the Super Bowl, which we saw. First cab off the rank. You know, once we saw the halftime show, because the game was great, all the rest of it, the halftime show.
It's all about.
When you start reading the articles, everyone was so pro Rihanna. It was unbelievable. Oh, so great. The show was, the pregnancy announcement that we all got to see.
Can I just say, right, it would have been such a decision for people on social media to say, is Rihanna pregnant? Because you never want to say, is someone pregnant when they're not pregnant. Even we were doing it here. We're going, is Rihanna pregnant? No, it's going, no, she just had a baby. I was going, but like, and me and Amy were going, no, but that's a bump. But then again, maybe she didn't. It just hasn't worked out since her last baby, which is fine. Everyone's trying to step around it, but it was like, then it was evident she was pregnant. They should have had like all the lights turned off and just one spotlight on her guts.
That's right.
Like, you know what I mean? Just to say, yes, everyone, you can say it, I'm pregnant.
It should have been the greatest pregnancy announcement of all time.
Like, literally.
And it was kind of like just an aside to it, I suppose.
Yeah, but clearly that was the way that they wanted to get it out to the world. I thought her performance was nude. I liked her songs. We all do like her songs, I guess.
She's got some banging tracks. And like,
but I just thought it was just ho-hum.
What happened, it started high, so the platform's in the air. That was amazing. And then it just kind of stayed on the one note. There was no big evolution from there. No. It just stayed at that level of excitement.
We were saying that. I thought she was amazing, right? Firstly, but like, Beyonce did this concert a while back, and it was with this whole like full-on elaborate marching band that was sort of behind her.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how they did it, but suddenly each a few songs, the colour of everything changed. Her outfit, the band, I was pretty. But even if just the colour had changed or something like that. But, you're right. It didn't go anywhere. People were upset that she didn't get any guests. I still think she was amazing. Do you know she didn't get a pay?
But do you think she is amazing?
I think she is amazing.
She's amazing.
And I don't think you enjoyed it. I think it could have been more.
Yeah, and I think compared to previous years, like when J-Lo and Shakira did it, it was just like an extravaganza and like a constant assault of amazing things happening. The energy was next level.
Yeah.
And you didn't get that feeling from Rihanna. Yeah. She's still an amazing performer. It's like Donald Trump saying it's the worst halftime. No way is that true.
No.
It was a good halftime show. It's not one of the great halftime shows.
No, it's good to see how her people get into action and the articles come out how amazing she is. No,
for sure.
Come on.
And then right at the end of the performance, we thought, oh my God, is she shooting up into the air? But it wasn't. It was a camera.
Yeah.
I thought even if she just right at the end shot up into the air, then that would have been, oh my God, that's amazing.
Yeah.
She didn't get paid a cent to do that.
No.
So all the money that she got paid just went into the production cost.
Yes.
But they're saying that it does not matter because that is how much a Super Bowl ad costs, which is millions and millions of dollars.
$7 million.
She had a 15-minute commercial about Rihanna and her music.
And her makeup with the weird product placement during the performance. Like,
Bit odd.
No, yeah, it looked a bit odd.
The Kansas City Chiefs owners, the Hunt family. The Hunt family are worth $20 billion, by the way. Okay, so the Kansas City Chiefs at the moment, they say Forbes says are worth $3.7 billion as a team. The original dad, Lamar, he bought the team for $25,000.
Bargain.
So it's 15 million % times your money. So he bought it back in the operating days when they first started the NFL. He took control. It
would have been a lot of money at the time, but not. I guess so. But it is now.
$3.7 billion. It's worth. They're worth 20. They made their money from oil and silver.
Yeah.
And when we first watched the Super Bowl box of the owners, and they were winning, and it was, I think it was the younger son who's the CEO, president, Clark
Hunt. Yep.
He's got all the positions. We thought, geez, he looks like a young nerd.
Yeah, he does.
And his missus look hot as chips.
Yeah. He's 57 and she's 51. Like,
he is batting above his average.
Oh yeah, 100%. Money talk.
But then you know what? If you're with someone like, I don't know how good looking he is or not, but if you are a beautiful woman and you're with someone that's rat chewed and just for their money, and you have children, you got to think about that.
Oh, they have had children because they're in their 50s. Did
their children turn out all right?
Yes. So the mum, the wife,
we thought it was like a younger girlfriend.
She was like a Miss Teen USA or something.
And who hasn't been?
And the daughter has done it as well.
Yeah,
so she's taken after her mum.
Okay.
He's not an unattractive man. He's not rat.
I'm talking about rat chew.
No, he's
just a
nerdy looking blonde dude. Yeah,
I'm talking about like faces gnarled by the Rat King.
But they got money, Nathan. Don't worry about it.
But then again, Sean, your kids turned out really well. You're very beautiful.
About Megan.
You're very... No, it's about Megan.
I will always stand up for my wife. News came out yesterday that Peter Bowles' ban had been lifted.
Great.
Because his B sample came back with an irregularity.
Yeah.
Irregularity.
That's
changing it completely off there.
It's fine.
It's been interesting the way the whole thing played out because he was on the verge of being named Australia of the Year.
Young Australian of the Year.
Young Australia of the Year.
It's had some real ramifications against him, and not just that. This whole question over, which is now, been proven wrong. It's when you Google his name, this controversy is still going to be.
And reputationally, it's horrible.
Such a shame, and I'm so glad that I publicly said that I believe him.
Well, because, I question why
he's such a good guy.
Why these results are released publicly before the B sample is tested.
Well, in America, this never ever happens at all until they find out, and they do both of them, and then they are able to release the information.
Well, these lawyers asking the same question.
Fine if you go and speak to Peter and go, by the way, this is a sample, it's tested positive to EPO.
That's right.
We need to test this next one, then he has to do all this stuff behind the scenes, but it should not get into the public domain because it costs him a lot, his reputation, as you said, Nathan. Yep. The lawyer for Peter Bowles, an American guy, Paul Green, and he is seething, to say the least, about the way the things played out.
I knew he was telling the truth. He had never taken this. There was something wrong with this test. And the fact that it was announced is a disgrace. The fact that they didn't keep this confidential he was never charged. He was never shown a lab document. He was told he was positive. It was announced. And then the B didn't confirm the A. I mean, it's unbelievable what happened. He should be embarrassed the way this case was handled.
I wonder if it's even liable, the fact that this was released, because of the damage to his reputation, possible earnings, and,
training as well.
Training.
So he's preparing for World Championships and he's lost a month.
Like, I just wonder if if he's got a case there for that, because I would fully support him in that.
Well, yeah, Nathan, I'm with you, and I think you would have to look at that from his point of view. The Sports Integrity Commission, if that's what they're called, they said they're not dropping this case. They are saying there's an irregularity in the B sample, but they're not saying it's purely clean.
Yes,
that's what they're saying.
And certainly the B sample didn't support the A sample, and they're from the same
thing.
So then if that's going to stand up in the court of law, you go, come
on. Yeah, clearly there's
how did this work out?
So do you reckon they're not letting it go because they're trying to save face?
There'd have to be a portion of that.
Or then you turn around and go, well, where's the integrity in this? Because if you're trying to bloody push one agenda, then, are you sidestepping the truth?
But they would also argue, 50-50, so you could say that. Yeah. They could be seen to be side-checking, or they could be saying, hang on, there is something there that we see there.
Yeah.
It can't be proven now because there's a bit of, it's not as clear as the first one.
Yes.
But there's something there.
Well, yes, there wasn't a strong negative, put it that way.
No, it wasn't strong.
Like we're saying, we shouldn't even be knowing about this and 100%. Discuss this. This all should have been worked out beforehand, before anyone knew anything.
Yeah.
It is a big deal, yeah. So good luck to Peter Bol as he makes his way forward. And he's been a champion athlete for Australia so far. And, you know, it's up to the Sports Integrity Commission if they take it any further. If not, move on.
Sean Sport is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.